And welcome everybody back to the Flying Doghouse. I thought it might be fun just to give everybody a sneak preview of what we're going to be up to on the group flight on Saturday. So we are going to join a flight that I recorded just after takeoff at Quantico, Virginia. And we'll be making our way up the Potomac River, and we'll make a couple of stops. I'll leave the details to the video description. But at any rate, our final destination is actually going to be the south lawn of the lighthouse. So we're going to fly the Ch-47 Chinook up the Potomac and take in a few sights along the way. So again, this is really an open invitation to folks to join us for that group flight next Saturday. It's at 2000 UTC, so that would be 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. Well, we would love to have you along. Details will be on the YouTube channel, and we'll probably use the voice channel over on Virtual Flight Online. There's a number of folks who take part in the live streams for this particular channel. Also, are members over on Virtual Flight Online. So I think that's the direction we'll go with where we're going to host the Discord audio. So if you'd like to join us, please do. You're more than welcome to come along. And if you don't want to deal with the microphone and verbal chat, then you're certainly more than welcome to join the live stream and participate in the chat in the live stream, as long as you have subscribed to the channel. So and we're really doing that just to make sure that we don't have random shenanigans to amble by, because we have had a couple of issues with that. So anyway, preventative medicine, I guess, on that front. All right, so enough yapping about this. So anyway, I'm not doing a whole lot of talking on the flight. I'm really just letting folks sort of experience it. And it's also a night flight, which I think is also something that's unusual and you may not have tried in the sim. I'm not sure what we're going to do as far as the actual Saturday group flight. We'll talk about it in the pilot briefing when we get there. But anyway, for the recording tonight, I did it at night just to add maybe a little bit of a dramatic flair to the video. All right, so with that, we will switch over mid-flight just after departure from Quantico, making our way up the Potomac. Okay, I thought this might be fun. I'm flying up to Potomac. I'm in the Ch-47 Chinook. So it's time for some Chinookery. So full disclosure on this one, I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking. I'm just going to fly the bird, and we're going to have a look around Washington, D.C. at night. And if the Spirit moves, I might change the time of day as well. So just going to have some fun. So kick back and enjoy. All right, we're going to make our way over to Davison Army Airfield. So that'll be one of our stops. And then Joint Base Andrews. And then Boiling Air Force Base. And then we'll make our way back to Quantico. Well, maybe we'll visit the White House helipad. And if you're not familiar with the geography here, this is the Potomac River. And we're coming up on the navigational beacon that I put in. And we're in the Black Army Chinook. Anyway, turning toward the airfield here. Should come into field of view about now. Yeah, there it is. Alright, we're about 2,500 feet, so we can drop down a bit. I think the night scenery in Flightsim 2024 is quite good. I know we don't do a whole lot of group flying at night. Occasionally our friend Peter will treat us to some adventure. Probably need to plan one of those for the group. I've got this particular route scheduled for a group flight this coming Saturday. Ended up having to reschedule it. It's originally scheduled date of yesterday. Alright, I think we should be good to go for next Saturday. Alright, so this is Davison Army Airfield. And the sound of this Chinook is quite therapeutic. Alright, we're a bit high, but anyway. We're just going to drop in and offer our greetings. Runway 32. Yeah, just having a hover here. All right, let's be on our way. We're burning carbon fuel. Up and away. Our beautiful Chinook. Got ourselves turned back toward the river. Jump back in the bird here. So if you're a fixed wing person and you've never tried a helicopter, I definitely encourage you to do that. It took me almost a year and a half into flight simming in 2020 to try a helo. And I have to give props to my friends Dave, and Cliff. Because they were right. This is a lot of fun. And this bird's a lot of fun. So one of the things that I would share with you, there is a Joint Base Andrews add-in that's available on Flightsim.to that does work in 24. I currently don't have it loaded. So it's got some interesting add-ins on the ground, hangars and such. And our fuel state's good, so it's not an issue. Jump back outside. Admire the landscape below. We've got about 11 miles or so to Andrews. Like I was mentioning, the night scenery, very, very cool. And if this video does get published, I'll put a link in the description below for you to be able to grab Joint Base Andrews. And truth in advertising, I did not map out this route dealing with the restricted airspace that is the minefield of flying over DC. Because after all, we're gonna put this bird down at the White House. All right, we got a municipal airfield coming up here on our on our 1 o'clock, and we will just keep digging. This is Washington Executive, I believe. And there are two right here together. And we've got JBA at about 11:30 here. But really with the helicopters, it's a matter of getting your controller configured and then being patient with yourself and practicing. And you'd think that the Chinook would be one of the harder ones to fly, but actually it's not. It's one of the easier ones to fly. And there's some built-in kinds of cool things with this helicopter, like being able to pick up a Humvee or crates or whatever. Alright, so we're making our way over to the built-in version of Joint Base Andrews, which is basically just going to look like a big flat piece of property. The taxiways are laid out. So you're not going to see much here in the way of structure for but there you go. So I'm gonna do another flight once I get that add-in turned on. I'll test it out again and make sure that it's working for the group flight on Saturday. This is just a preview. So we're gonna get to the end of the runway here, and then we're gonna make our turn back back to the west. The other thing that I think I have discovered, and I'm fairly confident that this may be one of the issues I've been having, is flying a flight or two and doing something in Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 and then not rebooting the PC and then having a go in 2024. Because I was doing that a little bit earlier, and I ended up getting a crash to desktop when I was loading this particular helicopter in for this flight plan that I had created. It was a Flight Sim 2024 formatted flight plan out of a little nav map. So take that for what it's worth, but at this point it may be more than a theory. Alright, we're chugging along here. I'm a little bit off my planned flight plan, but that's okay. We're going to get back on track here in just a minute. Got the river coming back up again. And we are way too high for this airspace. I definitely need to get down here under 1,700 feet for sure. And I just lost sound. Oh, it's back. That was bizarre. I thought we were going to have another crash the desktop. Alright, we've got ourselves back on route here. We're going to go right up over the top of the other waypoint that I had established for us. And we're at 1,200 feet. When I get over here to the Potomac, I want to be at least down to under 1,000. I believe the helicopter route is like 300 feet at the bridges that go over the Potomac near Reagan National. Alright, we are going to make a banking turn here to the north. Alright, we are now at 450 feet. And we're still a little high for the helicopter route. Get down here to about 200. We'll definitely be paying some attention when we come through here. And for those of you who are keeping track of the aviation incident that we had here in DC, thought I gave you an appreciation for all the lighting and such. I don't have live traffic turned on tonight, although I could have. And we're in the neighborhood of the time frame that that incident happened. We've got Reagan now at our 11 o'clock. And you can see the runway lights there for runway 01. And Boiling Air Force Base will be to our right. A little bit further. And now you can see the Washington Monument off in the distance. One of the interesting things about the scenery here at in DC is that some of it is just remarkably well done, and then you've got other parts of the scenery that are polygonish, and then we have lighting that's just hanging in the air. It's been edited on the ground, so there you have it. Memory serves me, I think this may be where Marine One's hangar is, in this area. Or thereabouts. Alright. So we will continue on across the way here. And we'll make our way over to the White House helipad. We're going to be just to the left of the Washington Monument, and you'll see a number of things come into your field of vision here. And we can swing out here and take a look at the Jefferson. Is this Roosevelt Island? Oh, there's a golf course here. East Potomac Golf Club-ish. I'm in the neighborhood with the name. But again, you're going to see just sort of a mixed bag of quality of graphics. And I know you can't get everything rendered 100%. That's just an insane expectation on all of our parts. All right, here we go. Here's the Jefferson. It would probably freak people out if you had a if you had a Chinook making its way into the Jefferson Memorial. Anywho. We still got plenty of fuel, so we've got a few minutes to burn here. And obviously this is restricted airspace. And you can see the statue of Jefferson inside. Again, some of it is just absolutely remarkable, and other parts of it are not so much. So when I was working on this particular flight plan, I did land here, and then I got out of the helicopter in 24 and had to walk around. All right, there you go. There's Mr. Jefferson, so we'll wave and keep digging. All right. Here's the Washington Memorial. Oh, and grins and giggles. We could just go down. So we're coming up on the Bureau of Engraving. Alright, so since we're violating restricted airspace anyway, we'll continue down the mall. Then we'll make our way back over to the White House. There we go. So all those museums in the original Smithsonian building here in the brown brick over to our right. Some of the museums have banners hanging. So the detail work that was done here for most of this is quite good. And some of it's photogrammetry, but other pieces of it are modeled. And I remember coming to the Smithsonian when just about the only thing was here was this, and then the Museum of Art and Natural History. The rest of this stuff has been built since I was a wee lad. They've done quite a good job of the mall here. So this looks very realistic. And we're coming up on the Air and Space Museum. Which is here off to our 9 o'clock. One of my favorite places on the planet. It's really cool. We're coming up on a 2024 oddity. The fountain here in front of the Capitol building is pink textured, and it's a known bug. So we won't commentate too much further on that one. Again, some of this stuff is just absolutely amazing and very, very well done. So we'll give credit where credit's due, and then we'll look forward to things being fixed. Mr. Moon is out in red colors. Oh, excuse me. All right, we're coming right up on the Capitol, so we'll rotate away. We won't land there. We'll go back down Pennsylvania Avenue here. I have a little bit of a hover just to check it out. All right. You'd think the White House would be, you know, just amazingly obvious to spot, but it's not necessarily. Here we go. Look for this big circular lawn here, and then the White House will be immediately to our 3 o'clock. We'll land on the we'll land on the south lawn. What the heck? And there is enough room to set the Chinook down, but I'm sure it would. The blade wash from this would, and the sound reverberations would be fierce. Alright, so we've got 3 little helipad markers here just above these just beyond these trees. Oh, there we go. And I'm not going to fly the whole route here tonight. I'm going to leave some of the rest of this for the Saturday trip. We will put it down. We're just dropping SecDef off for a meeting. And there are markers. Aren't these high tech? Well, there we go. On the south lawn in the Chinook. Oh, what the heck. Let's jump out. It's amazing. Look at the plants and the grass being shoved all over the place. All right, here we go. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this is a better shot of it. And the engine blast over here behind, it's much more intense. All right, let's jump back in the bird. Okay, there we go. How about that? It's just a flying doghouse added surprise. So from Quantico to the White House. And if this was appealing to you, please join us for the group flight on Saturday. And we'll spend some more time in DC. I have a few more locations to visit that I'm not letting out of the bag too. And we'll just have a grand old time having a fly. Alright, if you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe. Love to have you as a subscriber of the channel. Hit the notification bell so that you'll know when we're publishing new content like this. With that, I'm going to leave it here. I hope everybody is keeping well. And until next time, greetings from the White House. Y'all take care. Cheers, y'all.